Hi everyone. I'm going to review your homework from Exponent Property 3 and 4. So both assignments will be reviewed in this video. So please check, fix any problems that you did not get right. So the zero exponent property tells us anything raised to the zero power is 1. Okay. The negative exponent property tells us that we do not leave our answer with negative exponents. If you have a negative exponent, move it to the opposite side of the fraction and make it positive. Okay, so number 1 on the assignment, okay, is 4 times x to the 0. Just the x to the 0 turns to 1. So this problem is just 4 times 1, which is 4. Some of you on your assignments change that whole thing to 1. Again, remember, it is just whatever's raised to the 0 power that changes to 1. There's still a coefficient of 4 in front. Okay. Number 2, we have a couple things going on here. So the first thing we want to take care of is you should have moved your negative exponents to the opposite side. So you should have had 2 a to the 4th, y to the 3rd on top, on the bottom 4, x to the 1st, b to the 5th. Okay, so once you make your exponents positive, you then want to take care of anything else that can be simplified. Your coefficient can be reduced, so 2 divided by 4, either using your calculator or just in your head, reduces to 1/2. Your variables, you have an a, y, an x, and a b. Since they are all different, there's nothing else that can be reduced, so you leave your answer like that. Okay, so a to the 4th, y to the 3rd, over 2x, b to the 5th. Your final answer will not have any negative exponents, and all of your bases are different. Okay, number 3. This one's a little bit different than number 1 because now the entire term is in parentheses. So that entire term is raised to the 0 power, so that whole answer is 1. Okay? Number 4, I also noticed some mistakes on this when I was checking homework. You want to first make number 4 as a fraction. You are then only moving the negative exponent to the opposite side. So that x to the negative 8th moves. Why does the 2 stay there? Okay, hopefully you know that, or remember, I should say, that 2 is raised to the 1st power. It's positive. So you leave that 2 to the 1st power there. Okay, you're moving that x to the negative 8th to the denominator. When you move it, it becomes positive. So 2 over x to the 8th is your answer for number 4. Number 5 is similar. Turn that into a fraction, so put 1 on the bottom. Move your negative exponent to the denominator. Keep the m to the 2nd on top. Again, you're moving the n to the 9th to the bottom. When you move it down, you make it positive. So your final answer for that is m to the 2nd over n to the 9th. Again, you know you're done because the bases are different and we don't have any negative exponents. Number 6, you have 5 to the 1st times negative 6 to the 0. The negative 6 to the 0 is just 1. Again, anything to the 0 power is 1. You have 5 times 1 because you still have that coefficient of 5 in front. So your entire answer is not 1, it's going to be 5. Number 7, we see negative exponents. So you want to take care of moving anything negative to the opposite side of the fraction and then checking to see if you have any bases that repeat. So let's move these first. D to the positive 3rd moves up. A to the 2nd, b to the 1st went to the bottom. C is still on the bottom. Now looking at these, you have an A, B, C, and D. All of the bases are different, so there is not anything else that can be reduced. So D to the third over A to the second, BC. Number 8, you are taking your negative exponents, switching them to the opposite side. So E to the 7th over D to the 4th. Again, because the bases are different, there is nothing else that you can do here. Okay, the second part of your assignment is just numbers, 9 to 16. So let's go over the second part of your assignment. If you don't have it, please grab it. And again, make sure you are checking. If there's something you're still not sure of, send me an email. It's a Step 6 email, which I have all over the Google Classroom. And I will either make another video or we can talk about it in the Zoom office hours. Okay, so number 9, you should have moved the negative exponents to the top. The 6 stays where it is. So 6, R to the positive 5th, S to the 1st. Okay, they're all on the top. They become positive. You know you're done because the bases are different and we don't have any negative exponents. Okay, number 10, 4 to the negative 2nd over 3 to the 0. Okay, so the 3 to the 0 turns to 1. So that whole term is 1. The 4 to the negative 2nd moves down and becomes positive. So I would make your fraction bar, that 4 squared is on the bottom. There's now nothing on top. So you do need your placeholder of 1 over 4 squared. Okay, I also noticed some mistakes on that one, so just be careful. When you do need to make sure you write it as a fraction. Number 11, you guys should have moved your negatives to the bottom. So you would have had 3 over x to the 6th, y to the 5th. Okay, and you're done because the bases are all different and you don't have any negative exponents. Okay, number 12, you should have just moved that x to the negative 7th to the top. So your answer is just x to the 7th. Okay, again, you don't have any bases repeating and you don't have any negative exponents. Okay, number 13, just that m to the negative 8th moved down. That p to the negative 1st moved up. Okay, so you would have had 6 p to the 1st n over m to the 8th. Okay, again, you know you're done because bases are all different and you don't have any negative exponents. Number 14, the answer should have been negative 7 because just that x to the 0 turns to 1. You still have a coefficient of negative 7 in front. So negative 7 times 1 gives you negative 7. Number 15, this one's a little bit tricky. So make sure you moved those negative exponents first. Once you move them, we now have property 2 that we need to simplify. When you divide same base, you're subtracting exponents. So 5 minus 1 is 4. You're keeping it as 2 to the 4th. Okay, again, you're keeping it in exponential form. And make sure you had your bases too. Number 16, 111 raised to the 0 power. So that entire problem turns to 1. Okay, so that ends your assignment from last week. If you still have questions, please send me an email. And that's it. Hope everyone's doing all right. Have a good day.